My name is Tom Hopcroft. I'm the president and CEO of MassTLC, and I want to welcome you all here this morning. Before we get started, I did want to mention, if you parked in the garage, which I imagine you might have, there are parking vouchers out at the table. If you didn't grab one on your way in, be sure to grab one on the way out to cover the fee for parking, albeit a lot less than Boston parking. It's still a savings. So, good morning and welcome. This is our executive forum. And this kicks off our 2020 executive programming, which is really an opportunity for our member CXOs to get together and build deeper relationships with each other, to expand their networks, find mentoring and key insights that can help them be resources in their business. And we're going to hear from some of the CEOs and the membership from different stages of companies in a little while in the agenda. But as we get started, I want to take a moment to mention that we are accepting nominations right now for our Board Ready Bootcamp. The focus here is on helping companies with board composition and governance. And my ask to you is twofold. One, to look inside your organizations and inside your networks at the rising women and tech leaders of color and think about 3 people that you might nominate to participate in the Board Ready Bootcamp. The second ask is that when you're refreshing board seats, think about the alumni of the bootcamp in part of your search effort. Just to include, there's some really fantastic people in there that I think would make a big difference on many of your boards, and I just ask you to consider them when doing their searches. So turning now to our program agenda, I wanted to start by thanking our sponsors. I'd like to thank Verizon and all of our global sponsors for their support. These are the companies that are driving the Massachusetts tech economy, and I'm proud that they choose to spend their time and their treasure with us here at MassTLC. I feel that says a lot about the community that we've built here in the organization. So as we kick off the forum, I'll take a few minutes to share some key highlights from our most recent research on the state of technology in Massachusetts. And rather than stepping through dozens and dozens of charts, I'm going to try to focus my remarks on the following message. The tech sector drives the economy, but continued growth is threatened by talent shortages, transportation challenges, and housing costs. I'll share insights from our State of the Technology Economy report in Massachusetts. Here we engaged the UMass Donahue Institute to help us analyze the federal and other benchmarking data to understand the size, the impact, the key trends, and their implications on the tech ecosystem in Massachusetts. And we're going to hear from Dr. Mark Melnick, who is the Economic and Public Policy Research Director at UMass Donahue Institute in just a few minutes. For our Mass Tech Pulse report, we engaged with the Public Policy Center at UMass Dartmouth to help conduct the largest senior technology leader confidence and business insight survey in Massachusetts. Here we compiled and analyzed insights from senior technology leaders at over 150 unique technology companies in Massachusetts. Hopefully many of you were part of that in this year's update to that report. Taking together this research provides the most comprehensive picture of where we've been, where we're going, and the key levers for change. These reports are an essential guide. I'm off my clicks here. These reports are an essential guide that will help the business and policy leaders alike that are seeking to make informed decisions in shaping the future of their organizations, the economy, and the leadership position of our state. Both are available for download at masstlc.org. So now let's, as I've just jumped ahead, take a look at the state of tech in Massachusetts. And as this slide kind of gives away, tech is big, it's growing, and it's powering growth in all other sectors in the state. The tech sector alone employs 324,000 people, and that's those little yellow people you see up there. Excuse me. So, and these are technical and non-technical jobs within technology companies. The next are outside of technology companies. As companies go through a digital transformation, there are over 100,000 people working in technical roles in non-tech companies, and so these are the tech occupations. So together, the tech sector jobs and the tech occupations outside of the tech sector, we refer to these as the net tech jobs, are supported by another 830,000 workers. So these are the indirect and induced jobs. These are the people that work for the companies, so it could be legal or accounting or communications, or they work for the people, whether it's a coffee shop or a dry cleaner or a pizza shop. So they make up the 830,000. And so together, collectively, tech underpins about 1.26 million, or 35% of all the jobs in Massachusetts. And because the tech jobs pay about twice the state average, it represents about 46% of the payroll in the state. The demand for tech workers also remains high, as evidenced by the fact that there are 26 open job openings for every graduate at the bachelor level, 7 at the associate level, and 3 at the master's level. As a sector, tech has both scale and growth and powers all other sectors, making it a uniquely powerful lever for change in our economy. Seeing where we've been and where we are is important, but tech is all about the future and knowing where we're going. And this is where the Tech Pulse comes in. Tech leaders plan to grow and expand in Massachusetts. 71% foresee employment growth. 68% plan to expand here in Massachusetts. And the top locations for recruiting talent are California, New York, and India. And while this sounds really great, there are some dark clouds on the horizon. While we know that talent continues to be the #1 reason companies locate in Massachusetts, followed by our innovation economy and higher ed, both essentially proxies for the great talent we have here, talent shortages, transportation challenges, cost of living remain constraints that threaten the ability of tech companies to meet their hiring needs locally. This inability to hire enough talent to work in Massachusetts is a major factor in company decisions to expand outside of Massachusetts. 72% of those surveyed plan to expand outside of Massachusetts, with 54% citing access to talent as the #1 reason. Top locations for expansion: California, New York, Colorado. This fact underscores the need to increase our focus on talent, transportation, and housing. Now, there's a lot more in these 2 reports on this, as well as on the technological changes, the deployment of 5G networks, policy issues like IP protection, and others. So I encourage you to download the reports. They're free on the website, and read more about that. But right now, I'd like to take a quick moment to highlight some of our findings around equity and inclusion. So we've reported over the years on the lack of women and tech leaders of color in the tech sector, in tech occupations, and on tech boards. Women comprise about 1/3 of all the tech sector jobs. Now, these are tech and non-tech roles at tech companies. When you look across all sectors, however, women comprise just over 1/4 of all tech occupations. These are the jobs that require the computing and mathematical skills. We haven't seen much improvement in this area over the years that we've been tracking this. This year, however, we noticed a glimmer of a trend among the Gen Z cohort that's just starting to come into the workforce now that we think is worth watching. If you look, 40% of an admittedly small number in tech occupations are women. If this trend were to continue, it would mark a significant change. We're also keeping an eye on the changes in the racial and ethnic participation in tech occupations. Taken together, participation of African American or Black and Hispanic or Latinx workers in computing and mathematical occupations has doubled since the last time we did our reporting. In both cases, the numbers are small and data anomalies can occur, but both are areas where, as business leaders and policymakers, we'll want to focus some attention and find ways to provide support to ensure that these early inklings become positive trends. In closing, The state of tech in Massachusetts is strong, and there's work to be done to ensure that we see continued economic and equitable growth in our region. Tech has tremendous potential to continue to supercharge the Massachusetts economy, provide rewarding careers for all people, and position the state for the future. We need to invest in attracting, retaining, and developing a more inclusive workforce at our companies here in Massachusetts. And we need to modernize our transportation infrastructure, add housing capacity, and find ways to make it affordable for young people to stay and build their careers here in Massachusetts. So with that, I invite you to download the reports to read more about that. And I am going to, just on time,